Well, Pat, it looks like the New England Patriots are a vastly improved team this year.
Really does, Tom, and there's a team down in Miami, too, that's really improved over previous years. The Dolphins are in first place in the AFC East, having lost just one game. Last week, the last-place Buffalo Bills traveled to Miami in search of their first victory, but instead ended up with their 8th loss of the season.
For the Buffalo Bills, it's been a long, long year. The Bills were 0-7 on the season and came to Miami in search of sunshine and victory number 1. For the Miami Dolphins, 1971 has been a very good year. The Dolphins are in first place in the AFC East and seem to get stronger with each game.
And back deep, off to the far side is Tim Beamer. Number 46, Alvin Wyatt, 41 to the near side. Here's the kick. It is high and deep. Back in the end zone. Here's Wyatt. He'll run it out 3 yards deep. 5-10 to the far side of the 15. And he's tripped up across the 20. Alvin Wyatt running it out. Mike Tolan on the tackle for Miami. About a 24-yard return. He was about 3 yards deep in the end zone. They'll put it in play from their 21-yard line. The quarterback will be Jim Harris, number 12, 3-year veteran from Grambling. The running back will be O.J. Simpson, number 32, and Jim Braxton, 34. The wide receivers, Briscoe, 86, Marlon Briscoe, and Haven Moses, number 25. The tight end, Jan White, number 80. Briscoe and Moses both come wide. Now check it. Wayne Patrick is in the offensive backfield. Braxton is not starting. Patrick wears number 30. Handoff goes to Patrick. Hole on the left side. He booms out to the 26-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. The offensive line, tackle on the play by Bonaconti and Bob Hines. Gain of 5 will be second and 5. Willie Young and Donnie Green are the tackles. Jim Riley and Leverett Carr are the guards, and Bruce Jarvis the center. Wayne Patrick is in there with O.J. Simpson at running back. He's a 4-year veteran, 251 pounds from the University of Louisville. Dolphins on defense have Riley, Fernandez, along with Richardson and Bill Stanfield, the front 4. Swift, Matheson, and Powell, the linebackers. Foley and Johnson, the quarterbacks, and Anderson and Scott, the safeties. Second down and 5. Bills ball at their 26-yard line. They set Moses and Briscoe as double wide receivers off to the near side. In the eye, Patrick and Simpson, the setbacks, in behind Harris. Waiting for the snap from center. Here it is. He spins, hands off to Patrick. A hole on the left side. 30, 35, 40 to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, down to the 40, and he's dragged down at the Dolphins' 34, 33-yard line. Wayne Patrick, 251 pounds. Doug Swift and Dick Anderson on the tackle. He was hit several times at the line of scrimmage and bounced off the tacklers. 38 yards for Patrick, and the Bills are at the Dolphins' 33-yard line with a first down. Patrick is out. Jim Braxton in now. Braxton, the rookie from West Virginia.
Fine faking by Harris on that play, who faked the pitch to Simpson and handed off to Patrick, and they split the Dolphin line apart.
Moses and Briscoe split off the right side. Braxton and Simpson, the setback. In behind Harris with the Dolphin 33. Fumble! Dolphins got it going. Swings loose, and the Dolphins get it. Corey had it at the 34-yard line and popped loose like a wet watermelon seed. And excellent pursuit by the Dolphins defense as Jim Riley fell on it the second time at the 41. That was a bad handoff to Braxton. Cornish had it at the 34 and it popped away. And Riley pursued the ball and recovered for Miami at the Dolphins' 41.
And despite the fact that we've had no rain, the officials are drying off the ball with a towel after every play, indicating that this moistening process continues. Miami and North Carolina State in college ball had a problem with it Friday night, Rick.
Larry Zonka and Mercury Morris are in the eye. Now they split off. Morris to the right, Zonka left. Warfield split left, Willie to the right side. Dolphins to their 41. Greasy on first down will throw to Warfield. Near side, he's got it. Dolphins 48 out of bounds at the 50-yard line. A gain of about 9 on the play. Tackled by Alvin Wyatt, the right quarterback. Setting the Dolphins offense for you. Greasy, the quarterback. The wide receivers are Twilley and Warfield. The running backs are Morris and Zonka. The tight end, Marv Fleming. The tackles, Sprucean and Evans. The guards, Kuchenberg and Little. And the center is Bob DeMarco. Dolphins have a second down and 1 at the midfield stripe. Defensively, Al Collings, Mike McBath, Bob Teterick, and Cal Snowden are the front 4 for Buffalo. We'll give you the rest up in just a moment. Out of the huddle now come the Dolphins. Jim Riley got credit for the recovered fumble. They split off Twilley. He goes in motion to the right side now. Warfield remains a wide receiver split left. Second and 1 from the midfield stripe. Hand off to Morris. Hole in the middle. He's got the first down to the 45. Mercury Morris behind Larry Zonka on the right side. Norm Evans, Bob DeMarco, and Larry Little pick up the first down at the Bills' 45-yard line. The linebackers are Paul Goodry, Edgar Chandler, and Al Andrews. The quarterbacks, Robert James and Alvin Wyatt, and the safeties are Jackie Allen and John Pitts. Dolphins first down at the Bills' 45-yard line as Miami moves from our right to our left, waiting for the snap. Here's the handoff. Berkeley Morris through the middle again, gets down to the 40-yard line. Here's the handoff, pitch to Zonka. He turns the left corner and gets a couple down to about the 38-yard line. The Dolphins coming out in a double wing formation with the short yardage situation, 3rd and 3 from the Bills' 38-yard line. Reese hands off to Zonka. He booms his way for the first down to the 33-yard line. Morris goes in motion out to the right. Zonka in behind Greasy. First down from the Bills' 33-yard line. Here's Greasy dropping back to throw. Sets up. He looks, breaks out of the pocket. He's going to run with it down the near sideline to the 25, 20, 15, and is belted out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Al Andrews, right side linebacker, knocked him out. They're going to mark it at the 12. Bob Greasy, 21 yards for another Dolphin first down at the Bills' 12-yard line. He broke out to the left side of the field. Could find nobody open. He was looking principally for Warfield, I believe. And he was covered. So Bob just kept the ball and rambled down the near sideline for a first down to the Buffalo Bills' 12.
The Bills with double coverage on Warfield. Morris split out to try to get double coverage on him. They didn't go for that. Warfield was covered. Greasy had nothing to do but run, and he ran very successfully.
Morris and Zonka are split backs now. Twilley splits to the right, Warfield to the near side. First down at the Bills' 12-yard line. Greasy on the snap. Hands to Zonka. He's through the middle, down to the 5. He's in for the touchdown. Larry Zonka carrying people with him, pulling over tacklers. Rambles 12 yards for the score. Zonka picks up his 5th touchdown of the year. Jackie Allen and John Pitts, the 2 safety men, were the guys that he ran over that time. A 59-yard drive in 7 plays. The big play, the 21-yard run by Greasy. The really big play, the 12-yard scamper through the middle by Zonka. Yepremian will try the point replacement. Garrow is 16 for 16 in the extra point department. Noonan will hold. Here's the snap, set down. The kick is up, and it's perfect. There is a timeout on the field with 10:08 left to go in the first quarter. The score are Dolphins 7, the Bills nothing.
The Bills now have 3 first downs, the Dolphins 3, and once again, Buffalo is in Miami territory.
First down for the Bills. The ball at the Dolphin 47. They split Briscoe wide to the left side this time, and Moses is a slot man left. Both wide receivers to flood the zone. Here's Patrick and Simpson in behind Harris. The handoff goes to O.J. Fumbles the ball. Loose ball. The Dolphins have got it. At their 45, Jim Riley again. Riley fell on the football. That was not the quarterback's fault, I don't believe, that time. Simpson just could not get the handle on the football after he took the handoff and was bobbling it around all the way while running with it. And it just squirted away as he was hit, and Riley fell on it. So 2 fumbles, and the Dolphins have their second recovery. Good field position at our 45.
And not for the fumbles, the Bills could well be on this board. We are in a 7-0 ball game. The Dolphins leading. As the second quarter is about to begin, they shift sides. The Bills are now to our right, the east, the Dolphins to our left, the west, and the Bills will have the wind at their back as they punt from their own 39-yard line. Rick?
Spike Jones, whom the Bills acquired right before the start of the regular season from Houston, averaging about 43 yards a punt, will handle the kicking chores, and they'll, for the first time, have the wind to their backs this afternoon. Jake Scott goes back deep, and Dick Anderson is the shallow man to handle the punt for the Dolphins. Line of scrimmage, Buffalo 39. Standing back at the 24 is Spike Jones, number 10. Here's the snap. He gets it away and booms a beauty. A nice, long, high spiral out of there. Scott back at the 14. Looks for the hole. Cuts right. 20, 25, and he's knocked down with a driving tackle at the 25-yard line. 46 yards on the punt by Spike Jones. Ball at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. They are now moving from our left to our right against the breeze. Here in the second quarter, Dolphins lead 7-0. On the snap, Bob takes the long count, pitches to Zonka, sweep to the left side, good block by Crusan, gets the corner turn out across the 30, and is knocked down across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Dolphins first down at their 36. Here comes Twilley back in motion off to the near side, bringing the defensive back with him. Reese staggers the count at the line of scrimmage, drops back, throws the swing pass out. Morris has got it, outruns the defender, 40, 45, and he's belted out of bounds at the Dolphins' 46-yard line. That should be good for another first down. 13:35 to go in the first half. The score, our Dolphins 7, the Bills nothing. Morris on the play from scrimmage. We had a short time out there. Bangs over the left side and picks up about 9 yards down to the Buffalo 45-yard line. Warfield splits left fully to the near side. Reese drops back to throw. Sets up. He has time. Throws the bomb for Warfield. He's got it. And he did not hold on to it. A flag is down. Interference at the 13-yard line. It's going to be called against Buffalo's Tony Green. Warfield came back to catch the ball, and as he did, Green pushed off. At least that's the way we read it, and the official right on top of the play. First down, Dolphins at the Bills' 14, as Warfield was interfered with by right corner Tony Green trying to cover him on that last pass play by Greasy down the far sideline. Dolphins moving toward the east end zone. 12:34 to go in this second quarter. Doing some stunning on the Bills. The handoff goes to Morris. Sweep to the right. The 15 to the 10. Down to the 5, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Mercury Morris hit by Robert James, the left cornerback, and middle linebacker Edgar Chandler. That should be good enough for another Dolphin first down. Larry Little out in front leading the blocking corps. And they're going to put it down at the 3. First down as Morris scampers for 11. First and goal. Dolphins ball at the Bills' 3-yard line. Warfield splits off to the far side. Waiting for the snap from center. Here is Greasy looking to throw. Throws for Warfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Warfield slanting out to the left corner of the end zone. The ball was perfectly thrown over the outstretched hands of right cornerback Tony Green, who was found out in the last 2 out of 3 plays that he cannot cover Paul Warfield. The touchdown pass, Greasy his 12th of the year. Warfield catches his 8th touchdown, and the Dolphins now lead 3-0. That drives 74 yards, 6 plays. Yepremian will try the point for placement. Noonan will hold. Waiting for the snap. Here it is, set down. The kick is up, and of course, it is perfect. There's a timeout on the field with 12:22 to go in the first half. The score: our Dolphins 14, the Bills nothing.
So the Dolphs are on top 14-0 in a very quick drive, fashioned 74 yards in only 6 plays. Morris going for 2 12-yard runs in that drive, and of course the big interference call. And the touchdown pass to Warfield. Warfield with 8 leads all wide receivers in the AFC in touchdowns.
This is WIOD, Miami.
Second down and 8. Bills ball at the Dolphins' 33-yard line. Here's the handoff going to O.J. Sweep to the right to the 30. Cuts back to his left. 25 to the 20. Stiff arms a tackler and is rolled out of bounds inside the 15 on the far side of the 13-yard line. O.J. Simpson rambles for 20 yards and another Buffalo Bills first down. This is the Bills' most serious threat of the afternoon. With 9:51 left to go in the first half, Dolphins leading by a score of 14-0.
Unofficially, Rick, Simpson has gained about 70 yards in this first half. He is a brilliant runner, finds his holes well, deceptive and a strong runner, too. He has speed and strength and is some kind of football player.
All right, Briscoe. Check it. Briscoe splits off to the right side. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. Harris lines his ball club up, sets the team, signals being barked at the line of scrimmage. Hand off to... There's a fumble at the 3-yard line. Miami recovers. Curtis Johnson, I believe, is the fellow who fell on the football. They tried to go over the right side, and they did not make it, and for the fourth time actually this afternoon, the third time they've lost it. The Dolphins take it away from them in a key situation with a fumble recovery. So the Dolphins have the football at their 3-yard line, stopping that drive. The defense has certainly done its job this afternoon. That's the end of the first half of the score. Our Dolphins 14, the Bills nothing. Waiting for the official's whistle. Here is Leopold coming forward, gets the toe into it, he gets it high. It is not going to be too deep in the end zone. Grabbed by Ginn, across the 10, the 15, out to the 20, and still going, and knocked down at the 25 to 26-yard line. So the Dolphins put the ball in play from their 26-yard line. Greasy will have Jim Mandich as his tight end. Warfield and Twilley will be the wide receivers, and Zonka and Morris will be the running backs as we start this third quarter. Here's the handoff. Going inside, Mercury Morris gets out to about the 29-yard line before he is stacked up. Put the ball on the 28-yard line, give him a gain of 2. It'll be second down, and we'll call it about 7. Waiting for the snap. Here's the drop play. Zonk up the middle, flag down, 30, 35. knocked down at the 39-yard line, but a flag on the play. Zonka rambles for excellent yardage, but there is a flag, and I believe a holding call is coming up against Miami.
13:45, they're going to mark off a big 15 yards. The ball will be put down in play at the Dolphin 14-yard line. Rick?
Second down and 22. Dolphins ball back at their 14-yard line. Al Andrews has come out. That's the weak side linebacker, Mike Stratton, a 10-year veteran from Tennessee, is in for Buffalo. Warfield splits to the far side, Twilly to the near side. Second and 22. Dolphins from their 14-yard line. Here is Greasy. Here's the end around. Warfield coming to the near side. Gets the block. 15 to the 20. Cuts back to his left. 30, 35, 30, the 45 to the 50 is broken out of bounds up the 47-yard line in Buffalo territory. The wide receiver end around play, which the Dolphins have not broken for great yardage this year. They've had good yardage out of it, but at that time, Warfield was utilized for 39 yards. Jackie Allen, the weak safety, knocked him out down the near sidelines at the Bills' 47-yard line. 39 yards, Warfield on the end around, and he will split out to the left this time. First down, Dolphins at the Bills' 47-yard line. Twilly is set in tight, and now Morris comes out as a wingman to the right side. Zonka in behind Greasy from the Bills' 47-yard line. Greasy long count, hands to Zonka, slants in across left tackle, and is knocked down at the 45-yard line. Gain of 2 for Larry. Cal Snowden, 3-year veteran from Indiana, the right side defensive end, and Teterick, the right tackle, make the stop. Second down 8, Dolphins at the Bills' 45. Warfield split to the far side. Zonka slap man left. Back to throw goes Greasy, looking for Twilly. He's got it! A great catch! Holy Toledo! Inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Howard Twilly on a slant in. He got inside the cornerback and lunged, caught the ball, going away. A picture catch, 18 yards, and he's knocked out at the 29 by quarterback Robert James, who was beaten on the play. And Twilly comes up with a catch of the game for a first down at the Bills' 29-yard line. Waiting for the snap from center. Greasy pitches to Zonk. The sweep to the left. He's down to the 25 to the 20 before he has tripped up from behind by middle linebacker Edgar Chandler. Zonka rambles for 9 yards. 11:33 to go in the third quarter. Dolphins lead 14-0. Hand off to Morris. Tries to find a hole in the middle. Center steps out to the right and gets to about the 18, maybe the 19-yard line. Al Collins, left side defensive end, refused to be fooled on the play. First down, Dolphins, down at the Bills' 19-yard line. 11:20 left to go in the third quarter. Back to throw goes Greasy, looking for the tight end Mandich. I believe it's Mandich. It is. He's got it out of bounds on the far side at the 15-yard line. Meyer Fleming had some bruised ribs or a bruised back in the first half. Has not been back in the ball game. Jim Mandich, a second-year man from Michigan, is at the tight end spot. A second down and 6. Dolphins at the Bills' 15.
Greasy taking fine advantage of this double coverage on Warfield. Then on his favorite play, Warfield shooting to the middle of the double coverage. Mandich just crossed over and only one man with him.
Greasy at the line of scrimmage, pitches to Mercury, sweep to the left, cuts back to his right, gets down to the 11, the 10-yard line. About a yard away, maybe a little over a yard from a first down. It'll be third down and a little over a yard to go for a Dolphin first down. 10 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. Dolphins started this drive with the opening kickoff of this second half. They line up with Warfield as a wingman right, the two tight ends in for blocking, Morris and Zonka in behind Greasy. Third down, a little over a yard. Fakes the handoff, Bob does, goes back to throw, rips one, it is caught, touchdown, Jim Mandich, the tight end. Mandich just crossed over in the middle and caught the ball at the 1-yard line. Jackie Allen tried to prevent the TD, but he was knocked flat, and Mandich went into the end zone for the score.
That drive, 74 yards in 10 plays, to highlight the 39-yard run by Warfield on the end around. Rick?
Mandich, the receiver, on the touchdown pass, 10 yards from Greasy. Greasy has now thrown his 13th TD pass of the season. That's the first for Mandich. Your Premian will try the point from placement. With 10 minutes, 1 second to go in the third quarter, it's up, and it is perfect. Garrow now 19 for 19 on the year. There's a timeout on the field. The score, our Dolphins 21, the Buffalo Bills nothing.
Again, Buffalo moving the ball at will today, being shut out.
4th and 3. Let's see if they can move it at will here. At the Dolphins 14. Briscoe throws off to the right side. Here is Harris dropping back to throw, throwing in the end zone. It is intercepted by the Dolphins, and they stop the drive. Big Scott picked it off a yard deep in the end zone to stop it. He brought out, put in play at the Dolphins' 20-yard line, first down. There's a timeout on the field with 1:28 to go in the third quarter to score. Our Dolphins 21, the Bills nothing. Rick Weaver back at the Orange Bowl. The Dolphins will put the ball in play at their 20-yard line off that pass interception by Scott in the end zone. Otto Stowe is coming to the contest now, replacing Howard Twilley at the wide receiver. And Howard gets a nice hand, well-deserved round of applause. He's done another excellent job with the catch of the game thus far in the contest. Stowe and Warfield are the wide receivers. Stowe is 6'2", 188, a rookie from Iowa State. Dolphins' top draft choice. Warfield splits left. Morris and Zonka are the setbacks in behind Greasy. Dolphins lead 21-0. We're near the end of the third period. Here's the snap. Greasy hands off to Zonka. Big hole left side. Curry's tackler is looking across the 25 out to the 28-yard line.
Don Shula and the rest of this coaching staff wants to get a good look at Otto Stowe. They know he has tremendous potential. He can run as fast as Warfield. He has good moves. He has a lot to learn. Twilley has had a fine year, but they want to know what this man can do, as he's going to be in that Dolphin uniform a long, long time. Rick?
They put the ball down at the 27. It'll be second down and 3. 58 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Stowe splits right. Warfield off to the far side. Greasy on the snap. Hands to Mercury Morris. Fakes inside. Cuts outside. He's going to get the corner turn. He does, and rolls across the 35 up to the 36-yard line. And they mark the ball at the 36-yard line. Morris picks up a first down for the Dolphins with 33 seconds left to play in this third quarter.
Now, one of the things that can tell you about the way the Dolphins have come to kind of a supremacy, certainly in their ability to have great winning seasons, is that Morris is just a reserve, and he looks today like a guy who could gain 1,000 yards a season playing regularly.
Ball at the Dolphins' 36, first down. Warfield splits to the far side, Stowe to the near side. Morris and Zonka behind Greasy. Greasy hands to Zonk. He slams the middle, finds a hole across the 40, gets to the 45-yard line. There's the end of the third period. Dolphin football action will continue from the Orange Bowl in Miami with a score. Our Dolphins 21, the Bills nothing. Dolphins second down and 1 from their 45-yard line. Greasy with a short yardage situation. Let's see if he's going to put the ball in the air. He does. Here's the bomb down the near side for Warfield, overthrown at the 30, incomplete. Mandich and Seifel will be the tight ends in this third down and short yardage situation. Pull the Dolphins from our 45-yard line. Just 5 seconds have elapsed into this fourth and final period. Here's the handoff. Zonka goes outside, turns the corner at the 50, drags the tackler with him down to the 45-yard line in Bills territory. More than enough for a first down. First down at the Bills' 45. Zonka flat left. Here's the pitch to Mercury. Sweep to the right behind Evans. He gets the block, turns the corner. 30, 25, 20, cuts back to his left. He's going to score at the 5, touchdown Dolphins. The quick pitch and the sweep to the right. Norman Evans out in front of him through a key block to swing him loose. He danced down the far sidelines and then cut back to his left at about the 15 to elude tacklers. The only man who had a shot at him was quarterback Robert James, and Morris just plain outran him. 80 yards into the drive, 6 plays, 45 yards for Mercury's first TD of the season.
And Morris is over the 100-yard mark, Rick, unofficially at 111.
He comes in for a Jim kick and immediately goes over 100 yards. Here's the snap now. Penalty was against Buffalo. The kick is good. There's a timeout on the field with 14:01 left to play in the ball game. The score, our Dolphins 28, the Bills nothing.
Some unofficial statistics. The Bills have 15 first downs, the Dolphins 20. Harris is 11 for 17. Greasy is 7 for 14 in the passing department. Bob has thrown 2 touchdown passes. The Dolphin touchdown, Zonka a run of 12 yards, Morris a 45-yard run, and the 2 touchdown passes, 3 yards to Warfield and 10 yards to Mandich. Rick?
So they hold him. He got a good rush that time and just dumped it up the middle. But Patrick was going no place as the Dolphins defense rises to the occasion and a punting situation comes forth. Off that partially blocked punt, Jones gets credit for 24-yard kick. The Dolphins now have it at their 40, and we have George Myra at quarterback. Greasy finishes at 7 for 14 with 2 TDs. Charlie Lee and Hubert Ginn will be the running backs. Otto Stowe and Carl Noonan the wide receivers. And we have Jim Mandich at the tight end, I believe, as they break out of the huddle. He is. And Doug Crusat has been relieved by Wayne Mass at left tackle. Otherwise, the offensive alignment is the same.
Larry Zonka has gained 88 yards. Morris finishes with 116.
All right, third down and 4. Dolphins at the Bills' 31. Noonan splits left. And Stowe to the far side. Myra drops back to throw. swings one out. Ginn can't hold it. The ball was thrown too high. Hubert was wide open at the 30-yard line here on the near side of the field. But Myra put the ball up too high, and so Garo Yepremian will come in and try his first field goal attempt of the afternoon. This is a 38-yard attempt. Yepremian waits for the snap, as does everyone else. Here it is, set down. Garo gets the toe into it. He's got the distance. It's perfect. Yepremian adds his 5th, 6th, and 7th points of the ball game. With 8 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the contest, there's a timeout on the field. The score, our Dolphins 31, the Bills nothing. Henry, have the Dolphins ever recorded a shutout in their 6-year history?
I can't remember when.
Greg Jones was the receiver, and he's knocked down back at the 34-yard line. A loss of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 14.
Harris now unofficially 14 for 22.
Back to throw goes Harris. 2nd and long yardage. Swings one to the near sideline. It is intercepted by the Dolphins, and down immediately is Tim Foley. That ball was knocked away on the defense, intended for Chandler. And I believe Doug Swift got a hand on it and knocked the ball away, and Foley just caught the care of it. It'll be a 3rd down coming up for the Dolphins, and about 3 yards to go for a 1st down. George Myra has played most of this final period and is wanting to get into the end zone. From the 17, Myra back to throw, looks right, Cox throws left. Noonan can't hold it at the 15-yard line. Tony Green, the right cornerback, the rookie from Maryland, gave him a shove, so here comes Yepremian in. As we can't get into the end zone for the score, and Garo will try to add his 10th point of the afternoon with a field goal attempt. This will be put down at the 24-yard line. He has no angle at all from right out in front. Noonan will hold. Yepremian waits for the snap. Here it is, set down. The kick is up, and it looks good from here. It is. Yepremian gets his 2nd field goal of the afternoon with 3 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the contest. The Dolphins now lead by a score of 34 to nothing. That drive 42 yards and 6 plays, and the big play was the 17-yard pass to Carl Noonan. Dolphins working on their first shutout in history, leading 34 to nothing. And this defense has plenty of pride. They want this shutout as bad as anybody. Let's see if they did call a timeout. Apparently they did not. Yes, they did. The clock is stopped. 42 seconds showing on the board. This is it for Buffalo now. If they hope to get on the board, keep possession of the ball. Haven Moses has come back in, replacing Hill on the left side. 4th and 7. Back to throw. Here is the pass. It is complete and caught and knocked down is Haven Moses at about the 14-yard line. But they did not make enough yardage for the 1st down. A tackle on the play made by Lloyd Mumford. So the Dolphins hold him again. And the Dolphins' first shutout is coming up, as all we'll do now is run out the football. As we take over, Moses caught the pass, but he didn't get enough yardage for the 1st down. The Dolphins hold and take over at our 14-yard line. The clock moving, 2 seconds, 1 second, and there is the end of the ball game. The final score, our Dolphins bringing up their first shutout in history, 34, and the Bills nothing.
Satisfied, John?
Yes, it was a real good performance. You have a little anxiety going into the ball game. Back to caliber, Jim Kick isn't going to play. But the history of this football team has been that any time that anybody has been out, Warfield last year and some of the other fine football players that we have, the guy that comes in to do the job gets it done. And Mercury was a perfect example of that today, coming in and gaining over 100 yards, doing a good job of blocking. Hubert Ginn, the times that he was in the ball game, did an excellent job also. Jim Mandich came in, and this probably is going pretty much unnoticed, but Fleming went out after the first series, and Mandich played the entire ball game, and we kept our momentum going offensively, and he caught a touchdown pass and also did a good job of blocking. Continued to do the job on all the special teams. He was our special teams captain today, and this indicates that he's been doing a good job in the past, but although he played full-time, he didn't ask to be taken off any of the teams.
And Bob Matheson coming in for Nick.
Yes, Nick got hit in the head, and Bob went in, but Nick could have gone back into the ball game, but I just stayed with Matheson because of the fine job that he was doing, and also to give him some playing time. And this is what you have to have. Whenever you have a chance to give your bench playing time, then you have to do it in order to get them ready for these occasions when all of a sudden they're going to be thrown into a pressure situation.
The Dolphins then have finally arrived at that main necessity for championships, depth.
Well, yes, you have to have this, and you know, we have to have the great defense, and our defense, although at times wasn't real sharp today against the run, especially early in the ball game, we came up with a lot of fumbles and interceptions. There are several turnovers that enabled our offense to have good field position.
One other thing, Don, the Steelers are, last we heard, beating the Browns late in the game, 16-2. They're your opponent next week. You'd never played them in regular season, and you run into Bradshaw's really come along, and this John Fuqua, who's really become one of the best runners in the league.
Yes, and their coach is one of my former assistants, Chuck Knoll, and I've got all the respect in the world for Chuck. I know that he'll have them ready to play down here. And this is a fine young football team with a fine young quarterback. They have the good balance between rushing and passing, and they have the big defense. They shut off Baltimore's running attack a week ago and had a couple of missed assignments on defense, and that's how Baltimore beat them in a ball game.
You going to send Tommy Prothrow a wire at all for tomorrow?
No, but I'll be pulling for him.
Thanks, Don.
Fine.
Don Shula and another big Dolphin win. They're 5th in a row, and they are now 6-1-1.
Mercury Morris, 116 yards, and that 45-yard touchdown gallop really helped. He carried 13 times. He winds up with an 8.9 average. Hubert Ginn carried 8 times for 29 yards, a 3.6 average. Bob Greasy carried only once, but he rambled for 21 yards. Paul Warfield carried once. He rambled for 39. And this might be significant to note. Paul, coming into the ball game, had an 11-yard average as a ball carrier. He carried once today for a 39-yard average. For the Buffalo Bills, the leading rusher was O.J. Simpson, 90 yards. They shut him off in the second half. He had 71 at the half. 10 carries, 90 yards for a 9.0 average. Braxton carried 6 times, 28 yards, 4.7. Patrick, 7 times for 69 yards, a 9.9 average, so he winds up as the leading rusher. He and Simpson for the Bills. Harris, 18 for 30, 165 yards. He had a couple of interceptions. His long gain was only 22. That is significant as far as the Dolphins' pass defense is concerned. Greasy, 7 for 14, 68 yards. Bob has not had an interception for several ball games now, and he threw 2 touchdown passes. Myra was 2 for 5 for 27 yards. Pass receiving, Warfield caught 2 for 12 and a touchdown. The leading pass receiver for the Dolphins as far as yardage, Carl Noonan, 2 for 27 yards. And for the Bills, the leading pass receiver was Briscoe. He caught 7 for 68. And in there right behind him was Braxton with 2 for 36 yards. So that pretty well covers the stats. The official team stats wind up with the Dolphins 23 first downs to the Bills 19. The Bills picked up 364 yards, total offense to 391 for the Dolphins. They had the ball 60 times. The Dolphins had it 58 times. Their average gain per offensive play was 6.1 to the Dolphins 6.7. And I was real happy to hear Nick Moticati say the things that he did, that he was not, as the defensive captain, anywhere near satisfied with the defensive effort, even though a shutout was recorded. I think the significant factor there is that the Bills gave the ball away when they had opportunities to score, and our defense took it away from them. When the situation got down to the nitty-gritties, the defense rose to the occasion. As far as rushing yardage, the Bills 206, the Dolphins 302. And as far as passing yardage, the Bills 158 to the Dolphins 89.
There are now only 2 teams in the American Football Conference with only 1 loss, and you're listening to the antics of one of them, the Miami Dolphins, the other, the Oakland Raiders. They're playing in New Orleans. Kansas City has now lost its 2nd game of the year, losing today to the Jets. I say significant because it is obvious that from Baltimore, Miami, Oakland, and Kansas City, from those 4 teams will come 3 of the playoff teams. The other one will be the Central Division winner, and since that division could have a leader that's 4-4, 3 of the 4 playoff teams are going to come from them. So it's important from Miami's standpoint to see Oakland and Kansas City lose every time they play, and Kansas City obliged today, obviously in a game the Chiefs certainly should have expected to win. They were tremendous favorites. The Jets are all beat up. In fact, had not decided until yesterday who was going to be their quarterback between Woodall and Davis. But that New York defense rose to the occasion, beat Kansas City.
The final score, our Dolphins bringing up their first shutout in history, 34, and the Bills nothing.